Hey guys, I'm super excited because I finally got my Birdies raised bed. Kevin at Epic Gardening, who is the US distributor for this Australian brand, was kind enough to send me one over. Now, it's a big one. I'm going to show you in a second. In this video, I'm going to let you know a little bit about the Birdies raised bed that I got and let you know how to fill any large raised bed without breaking the bank. Hey guys, I'm Brian with Next Level Gardening. If you're looking to join an online garden community that offers tips, tricks, and support to take your gardening to the next level, you're in the right place. Start now by clicking subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss anything. Now let's get growing. These Birdies beds have become kind of a gardening sensation, and I feel like I'm really late to the party on this one, but mainly because I didn't have any room in the backyard for any more raised beds. And it wasn't until I decided to grow food in the front yard that this even became a possibility. So first, let me let you know why these beds have become so popular. They're made to last. They're made out of 22 gauge cold rolled zinc coated steel. In a direct comparison with standard galvanized coatings, zinc actually performed 2 to 7 times better for rust and corrosion. In fact, I've seen some people who have had their Birdies beds for almost 15 years with no rust or corrosion. The outside is coated with a non-toxic paint. It comes in several different colors, and the paint nor the steel will leach anything harmful into your soil. They have a shorter version and a taller version. This is the taller version at 30 inches, and they also have a 15-inch version. And beds come in so many different sizes and shapes. There's many to choose from. Another thing I like about them is they're really lightweight. This is a big bed, and I carried it over here with no problem. So they come in a box in pieces, and you just assemble the pieces. It's pretty easy. It's a little tedious because there are a lot of screws to put in, but that just speaks to the structure and the quality and the stability of the bed. So after you get it done, it's one and done. It doesn't matter anymore. This happens to be a tall, meaning 30 inches, 8-in-1, meaning with this one package in this box, I could have assembled it 8 different ways. And it comes with directions on, the dimensions and how each one is to be assembled. So I chose this shape and size because it fit right where I needed it. Now, whatever your raised beds are made out of, mine out here in the backyard are made out of wood. They got to be filled with something, right, to grow in. Now, if your beds are 12 inches or less, go ahead and fill up the whole thing with a good quality organic raised bed mix or compost. These beds are 15 inches tall. The bottom 3 inches is a fill material that's something small. Mine is a mixture of wood chips and straw. 3 inches and then another 12 inches on top of that of good quality raised bed mix or compost. Now, if the bed is taller than 15 inches, like this one here is 30, don't waste your money on filling the entire thing with good compost. Fill the bottom half with organic fill, the bulk of which being large logs and branches, that type of thing. And then once you've got that filled in the bottom half of the bed, you can fill the top half with good compost. That cuts your spending right in half. Now, don't mix the branches or the twigs or any of the other stuff besides the compost into the compost, because what that does is as it breaks down and starts to compost, it's going to pull nitrogen out of your soil and away from your plants. So to fill the bottom half of this raised bed, we have a huge tree in the front yard that's had this limb hanging out over the lawn and almost over the house for as long as we've lived here, and I've been meaning to chop it off. Well, this gave me and Noah the perfect reason to break out some big tools and get that branch down. And after giving it a go with a dull axe and then an electric chainsaw, both about as effective as a kitchen butter knife, we decided to channel our inner lumberjacks and do it the old-fashioned way. After about 73 hours of sawing, we had the limbs cut up to fit perfectly into the raised bed. We filled the bottom of the bed like a puzzle, trying to leave as little open air pockets as possible. Then we filled in around that with smaller branches, sticks, twigs, and some purchased mulch type of material. And then I took bags that I purchased at Home Depot of Kellogg's raised bed mix, what I always use for my raised beds. No affiliation, just like the product. And I filled about to about the 3/4 of the bed line. And then I left it for a couple weeks, and I just kind of watered it every once in a while, just because I knew there was going to be some settling that occurred. So now that all the settling is sorted out, I've got some more bags of raised bed mix. I'm going to fill this bed completely up. Well, I'm going to leave a couple inches at the top for mulch, but other than that, it'll be full. Hopefully I bought enough. Well, what do you know? I actually bought the perfect amount of something. I think that's a first. Now, throughout the summer, I'm sure there's going to be more settling that occurs. There always is. And at that time, I'll probably top it up again with a couple inches of homemade compost. But with a bed this size, filling it originally half full with the organic fill material easily saved me $200 or $300 in good soil. Now, before planting, I'm going to mix in a good amount of the Neptune's Harvest crab and lobster and kelp meal. You can also mix in bone meal, blood meal, just to give the bed a good jump start in additional nutrients. And then we're ready to plant. Now, I'm going to be planting tomatoes and basil in this bed, and I'm going to be doing the tomato planting video, I think, next week. So make sure you're subscribed, hit the bell for notifications, and I'll see you on the next video.